All right, so today we are looking at type 4 equations. And basically, a type 4 equation is going to contain one or more sets of brackets. And brackets basically means you're going to be multiplying this number here with everything inside the bracket. That's what brackets mean. Anytime there's a number and a bracket, it means multiplication. There's no other operation in between this number and the bracket. So therefore, all we can do is multiplication. So when we're solving these type 4 equations, we have to first multiply everything on the inside of that bracket by the number on the outside of the bracket. And once you've done that, then the procedure will be the same as if you have a type 2 or type 3 equation. So in this example, we just have one set of brackets. So everything on the inside here has to be multiplied by this number on the outside. All right, just inside this bracket, not the whole equation. So just 3 times this x and 3 times that 7. All right, so when we multiply 3 times x, you just end up with 3x. And then when you multiply 3 times 7, we end up with plus 21. And we have it equal to negative 39. All right, so now that we've multiplied it out, this looks like a type 2 equation. So here now we just have to subtract the 21 over to the right-hand side. So I'm just going to show that I'm doing that to both sides. So here, positive 21 and negative 21, that's 0. So on the left-hand side, now we're left with 3x is equal to negative 39 minus 21. Or you can say negative 39 plus negative 21. Either way, you will end up with negative 60. And always double check that with your calculator, just so you're not making a mistake with integers. So I'm just going to double check that, and I do get negative 60. All right, last step is division. This is 3 times x. The opposite of that is to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. 3x divided by 3 leaves me with just x. And then negative 60 divided by 3 is negative 20. All right, so our next example here, also just one set of brackets. So this time we have a 4 on the outside of the bracket. Inside the bracket, we have 2x minus 3. So this 4 has to be multiplied to everything inside of the bracket. And keep in mind the integers as well. It's a positive 2x and it's a negative 3 or a minus 3. So 4 times 2x, that gives me 8x. And then 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 or minus 12. And then that is equal to 28. All right, after this, it's the type 2 equation. So all we have to do is get rid of this negative 12. By doing the opposite operation, we're going to add 12. And we have to do that to both sides of the equation. All right, so on the left side, negative 12 plus 12, that's gone. And we're left with 8x is equal to 28 plus 12, which is equal to 40. And then we just have to divide by 8 on both sides. And 8x divided by 8 is x. And then 40 divided by 8 is equal to 5. All right, so in this example, we have 3 on the outside of the bracket, and inside the bracket we have 5x minus 2. So this 3 is multiplying everything inside that bracket. So 3 times 5x is 15x. And then 3 times negative 2 is -6, and that's equal to 9. All right, so type 2 equation is what we're seeing now. Opposite operations, we're going to add 6 to both sides. That leaves me with 15x is equal to 9 plus 6, which is 15. And then we'll divide by 15 on both sides. And that leaves me with x is equal to 1. 15 divided by 15, x is equal to 1. All right, so in this example, we're seeing two sets of brackets. And there's one on the left-hand side and one on the right-hand side. So again, it's the same procedure. We start by multiplying the number on the outside of the bracket with everything inside the bracket. So on the left-hand side, we're going to multiply the 4 times 2x and the 4 times the -5. On the right-hand side, we have to take that 2 and multiply to everything inside, which is the 3x, and then 2 times the 6. All right, so 4 times 2x, that gives me 8x. And then 4 times -5 is -20 or -20. Either way, it's the same thing. Then 2 times 3x is 6x. And then 2 times +6 is +12 or +12. All right, and now we see a type 3 equation. When we see our variable on both sides of the equal sign. All right, so we have to collect those together. So I will collect them on the left-hand side. So I'm going to subtract 6x, subtract 6x. On my left-hand side, 8x minus 6, that's 2x minus 20 is equal to 12. 6x minus 6x is 0. So it's just equal to 12. And now you see a type 2 equation. Keep going. We're going to get rid of this -20 by adding 20 to both sides. That leaves me with 2x is equal to 32. And then we just have to divide by 2. And x is equal to 32 divided by 2. X is equal to 16. All right, so in this example, we have two sets of brackets again, but they're on the same side of the equal sign. All right, so procedure is still the same. You still have to work out the multiplication. So start with that, multiply that out, and then we will collect like terms and proceed to solve. So 6 times x, that is 6x. 6 times 3, 6 times +3, so plus 18. That's what we get for our first bracket. Our second bracket, it's plus 5 times x, so plus 5x. And then 5 times 3, +15, so plus 15. And it's equal to 88. Okay, so now we have to collect our like terms because we have like terms on the same side of the equal sign. We have a 6x and we have a 5x that we can collect together to give me 11x. And we have an 18 plus 15. 18 plus 15 that we have to collect together as well. That gives me 33. So 11x plus 33 is equal to 88. Okay, so now we're at the point where we have to start moving things away to isolate x. So we have a plus 33, so now we're going to subtract 33. Now we have to do it to both sides of the equation. So 33 minus 33, that's gone here. 11x is equal to 88 minus 33, which is 55. And then we're going to divide by 11 on both sides. That leaves me with x is equal to 5. All right, so type 4, got 2 sets of brackets here, one on the left-hand side, one on the right-hand side. So let's start by multiplying this out, the number on the outside with everything on the inside of the bracket. So we end up here with 9x minus 18. And here we end up with 6x plus 12. And now all we got to do is put our x on the left-hand side, take our numbers, put them on the right-hand side, isolate x, and that way we can solve for x. So we'll subtract the 6x on both sides. And 9x minus 6x is 3x. Minus 18 is equal to 12. And we're going to add 18 to both sides. So that leaves me with 3x is equal to 30. And then we divide by 3. And we are left with x is equal to 10.